Hi there, my name is Richard Gauntlet. I'm head of brand for Meyers Manx, the company who built the original fiberglass Dune buggy. And we're very, very happy to be here at Goodwood celebrating our 60th anniversary. So here we have one of the most special buggies in our history. It's owned by our chairman, Philip Sarafim, who hunted it down and got it for him and for us as the company. And it is the original Con-ferr Meyers Manx, built in conjunction with Bruce Myers and Steve McQueen for the film Thomas Crown Affair. And anyone who's seen that film will have seen the 7 minutes of Steve McQueen driving very aggressively down a beach with his co-star Faye Dunaway in the passenger seat. Steve McQueen was very involved in the making of this custom buggy. The buggy was actually not in the original script. This was something that Steve McQueen, who was a big star at the time, decided he wanted to include in the film. So as a result of that, he got budget from the production company to go and build his dream Meyers Manx. So he went and met with Bruce Myers, and together they designed this buggy with the guys from Con-ferr, and so it is very, very different to a standard Meyers Manx. So the body, you can see the classic line of the Meyers Manx is here, but then it has this amazing wraparound windscreen, which is sort of reminiscent of the 50s sports racing cars you see here at Goodwood, and also of speedboats of the time. It also has the headlights are covered, so that's a difference on the front end. It's a higher end interior with the seats from a Datsun Fair Lady and lots of other tweaks, all overseen by Steve McQueen, who really had this as his baby. One important note that's very different to the standard Meyers Manx is this has a 6-cylinder engine from a Chevrolet Con-ferr. Originally, McQueen wanted to put the 6-cylinder engine from a Porsche 911 in the car, but eventually he'd spent so much money that Solar Production said no more money. He managed to find an engine from a Chevrolet Con-ferr, and that's what it wears today. So all of the Meyers Manx from that period use a shortened VW Beetle floor pan, and usually they use the engine. So this still has a VW Beetle floor pan that's been cut and shortened. So it has that. It also has the VW gearbox. And some of the suspension components, although this model, this one-off model in particular, has a lot of upgrades to the suspension. So the gearbox is a standard 4-speed manual transmission from a Beetle, so it's not the most precise, but it's very up to the job. Some of the interesting features that were added by Steve McQueen on this car include the very unusual triple handbrake. So this allows the person driving to lock each of the rear wheels individually, which allows you to do crazy things with the back end of the car and also get you out of trouble if you get stuck. The great thing about the Meyers Manx is you can set up the car as you want it. So some of the buggies that you've seen around here today, some of them sit very high off the ground and are designed to be used off-road. Other ones are sitting very, very low with the handling tweaked, designed for tarmac use. But the joy of a well set up Meyers Manx is that it's good on both. Having it here at Revival is incredibly special. As we all agreed today, when else do we get to drive our beach buggies around the Goodwood track during Revival? So as ever, this event is just incredibly special and really special for us to be here because we're not the normal group of people who might be associated with this event.
We are starting with a display. This is not a race. This is a display of the beach buggy celebrating the 60 years since the Meyers Manx really got created. And many of these beach buggies are the Meyers Manx versions.